Welcome to Sisters in Service podcast. Most of you know me as a strong advocate for women veterans in being recognized not only as veterans, but also as women who are changing the world through our passion of serving, even after service. This podcast is my passion by telling all the stories of military brats, military spouses, active duty, and veterans, not to forget the veteran service organizations that help us along our transition journey. I want to thank you in advance for listening. I hope that you will join me every week. A new podcast and episode comes out every Tuesday, so I hope that you will join and I hope that you enjoy. This podcast is brought to you by Small Space Pilates. Are you ready to get fit and fabulous from the comfort of your own home? Look no further than Small Space Pilates. With live online Pilates and strength training classes, a video library, and a no perfection allowed policy, you can achieve your fitness goals without ever leaving your house. Click on the link for your complimentary week and start your journey to feeling fabulous today. Hi, everyone. This is Cat Corchado, your movement specialist. And yes, I'm back with another episode for this upcoming week. One of the things that I've been very passionate about is finding easy exercises that help increase your longevity. Now, exercising is one way, but there are, as many things as we can do for our health, we could at least try to do them. But one of the things that I've been really intrigued with is two things. One is walking. Walking is one way to increase your longevity or help increase it. And the other one is a movement called a squat. Now, I know what you're thinking. I hear this all the time, but I can't do a squat. And so I push back a little bit. You know what I tell these people? I say, okay, do you sit down? And they say yes. And then I ask them, do you stand up from the sitting position? They say yes. I go, that's a squat. Now, however you do a squat, against the wall, from a sitting to a standing position, if you need balance, doing it against the wall, whatever, it doesn't matter. The squat is, okay, from what I read, it's a king of movements. I'm going to say queen because, we are. Just saying. But I also wanted to explain why it's important and why you should be doing it. So squats, the secret to longevity. So we're going to dive into the world of squatting and bringing you some insights into why squats are important. So we're focusing on this fundamental exercise that's often hailed as the cornerstone of strength and longevity. So why are they important? Well, squats are more than just a leg workout. They're a powerful movement that engages your whole body. And when I mean whole body, I also mean, guess what? Your abdominals. For us women, what about your pelvic core, your pelvic floor? Well, pelvic core too, but pelvic floor, if you've got incontinence and stuff like that. So it engages your whole body, promoting muscle growth, improving balance, and enhancing flexibility. But what makes a squat so special when it comes to longevity? So first of all, squats strengthen your lower body. Okay, I think we all knew that. And it's crucial for maintaining mobility. Okay, think about when you get older, does someone have to help you out of the chair? Maybe you know someone that you have to help out of the chair. So it helps you maintain your mobility and your independence as you age. Strong legs and a sturdy core can reduce the risks of falls, which is a leading cause of injury in older adults. So people think it's tripping and falling, but tripping has nothing to do with it. I've seen older people, specifically my mother, get up and wobble like this a little bit until she goes like this, and then she gets her balance. So balance isn't something you just have. You have to work on it, okay? So squats and bone health. Here's another reason why squats are great. Another key aspect of longevity is bone health. So anytime you do an exercise, whether it's upper body, lower body, squats, lunges, push-ups, whatever. What are your muscles attached to? Bones. So when you work your muscles, you're also reinforcing your bones. So if you're at risk for osteoporosis or osteopenia, if your mom, your grandmother, any aunts, sometimes that it could be something that's in your family. It could be something that if you don't work out is, could be on your record and not in a good way. So in order to help prevent osteoporosis and osteopenia, weight training, specifically squats, are a great way to help that along. So if you're new to working out, you're just doing the squats, you might find that, wow, maybe I can do some upper body strength. And again, it doesn't have to be with weights. So osteoporosis is especially important for women. Also note that having a weight-bearing exercise stimulates the bone-building cells to help prevent osteoporosis. So if you're at higher risk of bone density loss as you age, please look into this. Weight training is something that I have done for years. But what about cardiovascular health? We think of cardio as getting on the elliptical, walking, and they're all good. Don't get me wrong. The stair climber, ugh, it makes my heart, makes me hurt just thinking of it. Or, just any kind of cardio, right? But squats just don't benefit your muscles and bones. They also give your heart a workout. So imagine, and you've probably had this happen, you're carrying groceries or you're carrying something heavy and you have to walk upstairs. Doesn't matter how many. What do you feel like after you get up there? Do you feel your heart working? Feel like, oh, I must be out of shape. No, you're not. That's your heart saying, hello, I'm still here. Thank you for the workout. So squats help give your heart a workout. Performing squats increases your heart rate, which improves cardiovascular health and endurance. This leads to a reduced risk of heart disease, one of the leading causes of death worldwide. Let me read that again. This can lead to a reduced risk of heart disease, one of the leading causes of death worldwide. So keep your heart healthy. All right, mental health, right? Who knew squats would do all this? So mental health benefits. Exercise, including squats, releases endorphins, the feel-good hormone. If you've ever had a nice workout and you just feel good afterwards, which have mood-boosting properties. It has been shown in study after study that regular physical activity can combat anxiety and depression, contributing to a happy, healthier life. Wouldn't that be nice to just feel good from the top of your head to your feet? You just feel good. So how do you incorporate these squats into your routine? So I just did a video that I'm going to put on YouTube. It's an 11-minute workout. So you've heard me talk about this before. 11 minutes. You don't need 20. If you want to do 20, fine. But if you have a limited amount of time, 11 minutes. So I did an 11-minute workout online as well. I recorded it. It's going to be on YouTube, where I did squats, followed by push-ups, followed by mountain climber. And so what I did was I did a series called stacking. So you do one exercise and you rest. And then I followed that exercise with push-ups and then rested. Then I put the two together, rested again, added the mountain climber. Okay. So we went squats, push-ups, squats, mountain climber, something like that. I think mountain climber was last. But think of that for 11 minutes. Do you think you could get strong doing that in 11 minutes? Yes. Hello. Absolutely. All right. So we've talked about how squats are great for your body, but how do you put them into your workout so that you don't need a gym? or a gym membership or any special equipment. Start with body weight squats. That's what I did in the video. I started from a sitting down position, got my body exactly where I needed, and I explained that in the video, and I stood up and I sat down for a count of 12. Now, if you can only do 5, then you do 5 and you rest. If you can do 10, do 10. If you can do 15, do 15. But I thought 12 was a nice round number, just enough. You always want to keep your focus on form. Form, for anyone listening, is everything. If you're doing something in bad form, all you're doing is hurting your body. So please be very cognizant of where your body is in space. What are you feeling? Do you feel your knees? You shouldn't feel your knees. Do you feel your bottom? Yes. Do you feel your heart rate? Yes. Do you feel your abs? Absolutely. See what I did there? So just make sure that form is of utmost importance. Feet are shoulder width apart. So ladies, your feet aren't this wide if your hips are this wide. Shoulder hip apart means hip width apart or shoulder width. It doesn't matter. Whichever feels good, shoulder, hip, it just keeps you in alignment. If you're wider than your hips, if your feet are wider, it's not going to feel good. You're going to start from a sitting down position. You're going to sit up nice and straight. You can even put your hands on your thighs. You're going to lean forward in your chair. You're going to stand up nice and tall and then sit back down. So let me put a note here. Most of us do what? We use our hands to stand up and we plop down in the chair. Okay. Now, if you need your hands on your thighs, great. But be very careful about plopping down because it can jar the very tender innards of your stomach and it doesn't feel good. So work as hard on the stand up as you do on the sit down. So when you are sitting down, if you're in a chair, you want to make sure you're controlling it and make sure your weight is in your heels when you stand up and make sure it's when you sit down. So there are lots of variations of squats. You can do squats, doing an overhead press. You can do squats with weights in your hands. You can do squats with weights on your shoulders. But just take your time. Your body will tell you when it's time to move up, when it's time to challenge your body a little bit more. So let's talk about listening to your body. It's crucial to listen to your body and modify as needed. So let me put this note in here. If you are doing this workout, if you're doing squats and you just can't figure out what's wrong, your knees are hurting, something's hurting, reach out to me, Cat at smallspacepilates.com. Let's have a Zoom meeting and let's figure it out. Let's see what you're doing and then let's fix it. And I promise you that's all we'll do. We'll just talk about that and we'll see how it goes from there. So modify your squat as needed. If you have knee or back issues, there are lots of squat variations. Squats against the wall sits where you just sit there and time it. That's also an option. All of these variations can minimize strain on your knees, your back, etc. Remember, the goal is longevity, and that means a consistent, sustainable practice. So, in closing, squats are more than just an exercise. They're a pathway to help you live a longer, healthier, life. I'm getting choked up, you guys. So by incorporating squats into your routine, you're just not building strength, you're investing in your future. And that's with any exercise, whether it's walking, whether it's squatting, whether it's working out with weights, whatever it is you're doing. Maybe it's hiking, maybe it's roller skating. It's helping you live longer. So here's to squats and the incredible benefits that they bring to our lives. So thank you for joining me on this journey to wellness. And with that, I'm going to say, like I had said just a little bit earlier before, let's have a conversation. If you're not sure where to start, let's talk about it. That's all we're going to do is just talk about it. Where can you start? What can you do? how can I help you rediscover your fitness fabulosity? You're already fabulous. Let's put the fitness in front of that. With that said, you can also try out Small Space Pilates live videos, not live, well, there's videos too, but live classes with me. I'll be doing it with you. And you get a free week if that's something that you're interested in. If not, let's just chat. So I hope this helps. Cat at smallspacepilates.com. For more health and fitness strategies, subscribe to the Cat Corchado Why Not Wellness podcast. I'm fun. I think I'm fun. Let's make it fun. Okay. So until next time, I'm Cat Corchado, your movement specialist. Till next time. Bye.